I'm Fay Semple. I'm a geomancer, so I help spiritual seekers, earth energy healers, and dowsers like you work with earth energy so that you can create places that support you, help you fulfill your soul's path, and really add to planetary healing. So, a question I had asked the other day was, Fay, you talk about working with, standing stones and chambered cairns, but, how on earth do you build these things? Because they're ancient and they're huge. And I would say, au contraire. We are nowadays working on a much smaller scale. We are working really with whatever space we have available. So we might be working with a garden, a yard, a small holding, or a farm. Now, the more land you want to cover, the bigger the construction you need to be, because the bigger the construction, the bigger its zone of influence. So on a farm, we can build something quite big. We might want to build two things, but in your garden, your standing stone might be something as big as this. This is my, this is my megalith. This is my small megalith. This is a lump of quartz. And this is one that I often play around with to check out when I place it on certain energy formations at certain times with certain alignments, what actually happens to the energy. I'm fortunate I can see it. But then I work out, how are people going to dowse this? How are they going to be sensitive to it? How do they understand how important the alignment is and height? So that's somewhere I would commonly place on things like two crossing water lines under the ground, or a crossing small energy line. And energy lines can be big, but they can also be in your garden as thick as your finger or quite small. You might have two small energy lines that you want to place something that small on, and it will still have the effect of a megalith, a large standing stone. It's just that because it's smaller, its zone of influence, the area that covers, won't be as big, but that will probably be big enough to cover your garden. So when it comes to erecting things, we can build chambered cairns out of household bricks. We can build standing stones out of things like terracotta pots filled with vermiculite. The height is important because we're putting these kind of things on particular energy formations that change with moon cycles and time of the year. So the energy formation that comes up, a spiral or a column of energy, has to be contained within the stone. The orientation can often be quite precise, but we don't have to be working with 20-foot, 100-ton megaliths. We can be working with small things because we're not interested, or we don't have the capacity to build something that's going to change the energy in a whole landscape for a whole tribe of people. We're looking to do it in our home, in our garden, for our friends, for our family. We're looking to do it, in a farm, for the farm business, that kind of thing. So when it comes to making, erecting megaliths, what we're actually doing is erecting